Alright, so I am here on my bus. I have about 20 minutes uh, between my runs just to relax and do nothing. So I did sweep my bus, so the floor is nice and clean. Could be cleaner, could be mopped, but don't have a mop and bucket on a bus. So I'm gonna do a little bit of calisthenics. So I'm gonna start with some just like single leg RDLs. And I apologize if the angle is not the greatest. There's not a lot of spaces to put a phone or a camera in a work or in a bus. So we're gonna do the best that we can. That's all what it's all about. So I'm just gonna step back a little bit so I'm kind of between the seats and just gonna kind of hinge forward. And then I'm gonna switch and go back. My balance is not that great, so I've been wanting to train balance a little bit more. I should have my foot in the middle of the aisle, so I'm not leaning on the seats so much for support. It's nice to have that though. So just kind of extending my back foot back, not using it for too much support, pausing if I start to lose my balance. Yeah. Cool. So I have been going to the gym for quite some time. I do love doing strength training. And I should be doing balance. What foot did I finish off on? I don't know. And I'm not counting these either. I'm just doing it until they become too hard. So feeling a nice stretch in my hamstring. That's what you should be feeling with RDLs. So that's great. Okay. That's it for that. All right, next exercise, I'm gonna do some arm circles. So I do like training arms, but as I was saying, I do like going to the gym. I love strength training. Don't love cardio so much, but you know, that is what it is. Now that I've been in a calorie deficit for a couple of weeks, I noticed that I am getting weaker, which sucks. I'm used to seeing those numbers go up because like I've been in a calorie surplus, right? So for the longest time, hence my gaining weight. But so now that I'm in a calorie deficit and seeing those reps and weight like go down, it's really hard for me, and it's quite a struggle mentally. But I gotta realize that I am losing weight. I'm down actually about 5 pounds, so that's really good. I guess I can't really complain, because 5 pounds in a month is more than a pound a week, so that's kind of what I'm going for. So we'll see how that goes. Now I'm gonna do some squats. I'm gonna try to get as wide of a stance as I can without, okay, I'm not really resting on the seat, but I can feel it on my butt, so that's a good indicator of depth. I can't get really deep because my knees are hitting right here. So maybe I'll just step back. My calves are literally on the seat, so we'll try and I'm gonna push outwards and see what I can do. Okay, that's maybe a little better. Maybe 10. or 12 or whenever it gets hard. I just like to keep my muscles active because I feel like being in a calorie deficit, you lose muscle mass. And I don't know the science behind it, but I feel like you lose muscle mass before you lose fat. And I don't want that to happen. That might be completely incorrect, but you know, diet culture and all that kind of stuff, not good. Now I think I'm gonna do some push-ups. I can't do a full push-up, but I will do like kind of a wall push-up, but a little bit harder than a wall push-up. I don't know. And then I angle my hands outwards so that my elbows come in. So I'm getting that like lat kind of back activation. All right, that's enough of those. Now let's do some leg raises. Get some ab activation in there. Let's see if I go down. Oh, I am too wide. Let's go down and back. All right. And you can't see me. So I'm just gonna adjust this angle a little bit, as much as I can anyway. Let's see if we can maybe lean it. No, shoot. Okay, well, I'll move back a little farther. So, all right. Right about here. All right, we'll do some. And that was another bus starting, if you heard it. He was probably looking at me like I was absolutely insane. Alright, we'll put our arms up. I'm not resting on the floor. If anything, I'm just tapping the floor. Oh, okay, I rested on the floor there. All right, that's enough. Now, it's like 1,000 degrees on my bus right now. It's not quite summer, but it's June, and it's a warm day today, probably the warmest we've had yet. Well, this year, anyway. So, as you can see, I am quite sweaty, and I don't want to get too sweaty. So that's going to be it. But I appreciate you watching, following my journey. Yeah. So it's a hard road. Recently I've been really hungry, so that sucks, but I've been trying to aim for between 12 and 1,800 calories a day, focusing on protein. So it's been really helping me to like plan my protein first in the meal, and then plan everything else around that. So if I have protein and then I'm like, okay, like I don't really need all the carbohydrates or whatever, but at supper I'll have quite a bit of vegetables, so I will eat the vegetables first and then the protein and then the carb. But yeah, I've been cutting out snacking, cutting down alcohol. Even I drink a lot of sugar-free beverages because I am diabetic, so I've already cut out a lot of sugar. But even those, I find having them makes me hungry. So if I just have water or like a cup of coffee, it's a lot better than having a or a sweet but not sugar beverage. Yeah, but I still like them as a treat, you know, once in a while. It's good to have them. But yeah, thanks for following along, and I hope you have a beautiful day.